So I started climbing about 6 or 7 years ago. Started my interest in parkour and free running 9.5, 10 years ago now. And I moved to London. A friend of mine who was into climbing wanted to come and do some parkour, so I took him out training, and he took me climbing down a mile climbing wall. And I realised that after 25 years of being on this planet, that all I wanted to do was climb, pretty much. So it was a bit frustrating because you'd hope to find these things a bit sooner. And I realised then that I was always going to be a lot better at climbing than I would ever be at parkour. So it kind of took over from there. And now I'm an instructor. I climb a couple of times a week. And yeah, bouldering has started creeping in the last couple of years because you live in London and there's no real rock, and there's a load of people who are interested in going out and doing interesting things in the city. So it's kind of a natural progression. I guess the appeal for me is that I like to be in the city. I like being with other creative, physical people, finding little challenges and just exploring. I've got a weird love of 60s, 70s housing estates, so it takes me to a lot of those. And yeah, the people as well. You just have interesting times doing interesting things in the big bad cities. It's good fun. Typically when we head out for a climb, there's not much planning that goes into it. I'll just give Bobby or one of the guys a shout and see if they're around. And if we're both free, we'll head out to one of the locations, or occasionally we'll try and find somewhere new. So yeah, always looking for new spots that will offer new climbs. I guess the details that we look for are potential for bridging, being able to jam yourself between two surfaces, whether that's at 90 degrees or whether they're facing each other. Chipped bits of brickwork, gaps in between bricks or between two bits of concrete. But that's, I mean, it's hard to say. There's no list of stuff that we look for, really. You usually see it and you think, okay, so if I could get my hands on that and hold it, maybe I can move to there. I don't know why we do it. We get a huge amount of entertainment from these really boring bits of wall that no one else would look at. And a lot of the time you don't know whether you'll get to the top or not, or whether it's even possible. There was one you saw us trying the other day. Got no idea if we'll ever do that, but we'll spend a good hour trying different ways of doing it, staring at it with our arms folded and brushing bits of it, and wiping our shoes and figuring out different ways. And you've got to do it as a group. Like, the unlocking of a problem often needs a couple of people just to see things in slightly different ways. I mean, like Bobby says, putting your body in weird and strange positions. It's really good fun. I don't know.